Hey everyone, and welcome to the Maria Fontana Show. Today I have an amazing guest, one of my dear friends, and someone I've met online and worked with before. And I highly recommend you guys listen into what she's got to say because no matter where you are in your entrepreneurial journey, Dina Berhmen is the expert in PR and building relationships and getting yourself known. So, welcome, Dina. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very well, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yay, I'm so excited too. So, Dina, tell everyone I have an amazing audience. Guys, listen up. Dina's going to share with you a little bit about herself. So, share a little bit about yourself, what you do, who you serve, and then we'll dive right into chit chatting about the magic of PR and why everyone needs to know how to do it.
Yeah, so I'm a PR strategist and publisher. My background's in journalism, so I did that for about 10 years. And then when I launched my business, it was to help entrepreneurs to get seen and heard in the press. And so I've been doing that for the past 10 years or so. And over the past couple of years, I also branched out into doing multi-author books, which is how we met, which was
Yes.
a pleasure to work with you. And yeah, now I focus on helping coaches, consultants, and mostly service-based business owners to share their stories and their expertise in the press and to use that to create a bigger impact and more income in their business.
I love that. It's so important. So, guys, everyone listening, as all of you know, and if you don't know, I'm a two-time best-selling author, and Dina is the publisher, the publicist, the expert responsible who I linked arms with to help me get to that status. And it was a game changer in my life and my business. So, Dina, let's talk about let's just give some simple tips. Like, what's the easiest way that people who are maybe new entrepreneurs or just evolving and growing entrepreneurs, or even like me, I was an established entrepreneur um, and didn't know where to start to get PR and get myself known because everyone's so overwhelmed right now, I think, with what they're supposed to be doing. So you are brilliant at this. So what do you think's one thing they should be doing to help themselves be known and get out there?
Yeah, I mean, I think what you say about everyone feeling overwhelmed, I think that is such a common theme that's coming up. And I think the idea of PR in general and publicity can feel just so overwhelming. And it can feel like also like it's a bit of a mystery. And so I
Mhm.
think, first of all, just knowing that it is available to you, to anyone who's listening, that you can get amazing publicity for your business and you can be featured in the press and you can be a best-selling author, and that it's all available, because a lot of people think it's for someone else, not for me. It's for
Mhm.
them, not for me. If you see other people that you know getting featured in the press or getting published, so just to know that it's available for you. And in terms of PR, I would say start by thinking about who your ideal clients are and what would be a good way to get in front of them. So, what are some of the podcasts that they're listening to? What are some of the newspapers or magazines or blogging platforms that would be a good fit for them? And those are really the good ones to focus your energy on and to start approaching. And, it's about taking that first step and thinking about what could I do to just start to get myself out there? Like, is there a podcast I could apply for? Or is there a guest blog post that I could submit? Or is there a local radio show that I could get in touch with? And taking that first step to get yourself out there will make all the difference, because it's not a one and done thing. It's about having that consistent media coverage that's going to bring you the best results in your business. So just taking that step and getting yourself out there, it builds up your confidence, it brings you some experience, and then you can start pitching to bigger and bigger places.
So what's your thoughts on the law of reciprocity? Like, I personally over deliver, over give. I link arms with anyone. I know you and I have worked together. I support you, you support me. So what's your thoughts on that and what, some steps people can take to really follow the law of reciprocity, by giving without any expectation, and what's your thoughts on that? You think that's a great strategy? I know it's one of mine
Yeah.
strategies, but you're the expert, so I'd love to hear your take on that.
Yeah, 100%. I'm so glad you brought that up, actually, because when I talk to clients about getting featured in the press, one of the things that they're concerned about is this idea of having to convince the journalist or persuade the journalist to feature them. And actually, when you think about having some kind of reciprocal relationship, it means that you provide great value to the journalist or the podcast host or whoever it is, and in return they're going to publicize your business for you, and you're going to get that free publicity. And that takes away that fear of, oh, I need to persuade them, I need to convince them, because actually then you realize it's a two-way thing, and you're just showing up and sharing amazing value and sharing your expertise and your knowledge and your wisdom and your insight. And that is so helpful for the journalist or the radio host or the podcast host or whoever it is. So actually you get to really, truly help that person out. And then in return, you're going to get publicized.
Right. And I love that. So I think it's so important. And I know you probably are on the same page with me at this. A lot of us, you know, women especially, I'm going to talk to the women right now because that's mainly who the audience is. We feel like we're not good enough. Like we have such brilliance, but we hold ourselves back because we're afraid of what someone's going to think. Well, I don't know. I don't write good enough. I know when I wrote my first book before I even met you, I'm not a writer. I'm not, you know, an English major. I just started writing my story. And then when we worked together and I started to realize that I am worthy enough. So let's just touch real quick on what are the important things that everyone needs to know? The women who want to get out there, who want to be on a podcast, who want to share their story, who are just afraid of feeling not good enough and are afraid to be seen. What's some good advice for them? Because I know you and I have both been through this journey.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. So I totally resonate with that. And when I started out in my business, I'm naturally like more of an introverted person anyway. And I was definitely kind of hiding when I started out in business. And I was really scared to kind of put myself out there and be visible. It did not come naturally to me. And that impacted my business because I just didn't reach enough people. Like not enough people knew that I existed. And it meant that I wasn't able to share my gifts and serve the people that I know that I'm here to serve. And again, it's like a mindset thing of knowing that if you show up and put yourself out there, you're going to reach the people that you can help. And sometimes when we're doing it from the point of view of like promoting ourselves and being like, hey, look at me, that can feel uncomfortable. And so if you flip it and you think, you know, I want to reach those people that I know I'm here to help, because I know from the sort of person you are, Maria, I'm sure your audience are very much the heart-centered entrepreneurs that are here to make a positive impact in the world. And if that's the case, then, you know, it's your duty to show up so that you can help the people that you're here to serve. And I think just having that mindset shift and thinking, it's actually not just about me, it's about these people that I know I can help, because you can share a story that really truly touches someone's heart and shows them that they're not alone and gives them hope and shows them there's light at the end of the tunnel. You can share genuine wisdom and insight that really educates someone, and you can really change someone's life. Like someone can hear an interview with you, read an article with you, and it can be a real game changer for them. And so I think just focusing on those people that you want to serve, it helps you to get over the uncomfortable feeling of, you know, a lot of people feel uncomfortable putting themselves out there. So, you know, you're not alone if you feel like that, but you've got to think of the bigger picture.
That's so powerful. Dina, thank you so much. These are amazing tips. So where can anyone find you if they want to connect with you? First of all, let me just share. I'm going to drop everything in the show notes. So below this video or below this podcast, wherever you're watching and listening to us, you can connect with Dina. Everything's going to be, all the ways to reach out to her, to work with her, are going to be in the show notes. But what would you like to share, Dina, if anyone wants to connect with you immediately? Where can they find you? And what's the best way that they can, you know, reach out to you?
Yeah, so my website is dinaberhmen.com, and I have a free Pitch the Press guide that you can download from there. And just across social media, you'll find me, Dina Berhmen, and I, love to connect with people, anyone who's interested in PR, publicity, all those things. I would also recommend checking out the books, especially the books that Maria has chapters in, and make sure you read her chapter, so you can find out more about her and the work that she does. So yeah, look forward to connecting.
That's awesome. Oh my God, Dina, thank you so much for joining me. What a blessing. What a pleasure today. I love you and I love the work you do. And everyone, I want you guys to connect with Dina, regardless if you are looking for PR or not. What she shares is invaluable. And I can guarantee you in your journey of life and entrepreneurship, it's someone you should connect with. Okay, guys, sending you all lots of love and light. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave us a great review, and I'll talk to you next week.